You can't do anything anymore without electricity. And if you hand over the electrical power to the private corporations, they work on a monopoly basis of work. So effectively they don't care whether you have the money to pay for electricity. What they care about is private profit.
As communists, why are we here? We're here because we know that public ownership is the only fair and democratic way to run a society.
No privatisation!
Stop the theft for public assets.
We're telling the New South Wales state government to stop selling the people's assets. The people's assets are being built up over a long period of time, and what we're saying is the people deserve proper services, and the services cannot be justified under privatisation. We've seen a chronic underfunding of the people's assets over recent decades, and we're saying to the Reece government and to the Australian community that we support public assets and say no to privatisation.
Stop the theft of public assets! No privatisation! Stop the theft of public assets! No privatisation!
We were hit first, we were hit hard with electricity assets being chopped up and then sold off, and ever since we've been dealing with ever increasing energy bills for households. Businesses have got up very light, and it looks like that privatisation is going to continue throughout the health system and education system in South Australia. So good on the people here for doing something about the situation in New South Wales.
The Communist Party is meeting at its 11th Congress and charting the way forward for our party. A very important campaign we're going to be involved in is against the privatisation, the theft of people's assets. And part of our Congress was that today we came out onto the streets, we marched to the Electricity Commission, because in New South Wales electricity is going to be privatised, which means poorer services, more expensive services. They're not the government's assets to sell to private companies to make profits. They are people's services which we've paid for, and we need to keep them. So we've been saying no privatisation.